Are you hungry for love? Of course you are. Are you here to uncover secret formula of loving? Of course. But hold your horses. Before you get too excited, let me be upfront. This is not a Kama Sutra show and tell. And guess what? I am not Love Guru here to give you the ultimate love formula. No, guys. Just like you, I am learning to love. I'm trying to polish this skill. But as a person who has been around for more than half a century, as a mother, wife, leader, coach, life has taught me few lessons that I'm willing to share with you here today. I would love to hear your formula for love. So please add in the comment section below this video. Now, let's get started. This Valentine's Day, don't buy chocolates, roses, Louis Vuitton or Rolex. Instead, give the gift of unconditional love to your people. The key, the operative word here is unconditional. Yes, I'm talking about romantic love for someone who blows your mind, causes your heart to flutter, like your crazy spouse or partner. But I'm also talking about love for your children, your kids who get on your nerve, the critical mother-in-law, your nasty boss. You get the picture. Guys, as you know, two closest people in my circle of love are my daughter Apurva and my husband Sanjeev. My circle of love also includes my family, my students, my colleagues, friends, and you. Yes, you. I am learning to love all of you unconditionally. So don't worry if you don't like this video. I will still love you, I promise. No guys, seriously. The most significant achievement for us, you and me, is the ability to love our people. If you want to know what I'm talking about, let me recommend this book, Living, Loving and Learning by Leo Buscaglia. Leo was lovingly called Dr. Love. He held a college course called Love 101. He earned great popularity in 1980s with his lectures on topic of love. His book and many other books on similar topic helped me and my husband rethink, reevaluate our own approach to living and loving. Guys, in my younger days, I wasn't good at it. I was so self-critical. I was a perfectionist. And I projected the same onto the wonderful people in my circle. Guys, when we impose our rules, standards, and expectations on our people, our love becomes conditional. Our relationships with our spouse, children, friends become a business contract. It becomes transactional rather than relational. Our love becomes contingent on compliance. If you do this, behave like this, only then I will love you. Many of us make demands. No, guys. Don't put conditions. Don't demand. This is a wrong approach. I made this mistake. It backfired. I drove my people out of my circle. I was left alone and lonely. I became the nasty person I never wanted to be. So I took it upon myself to learn to love. I have many accolades to my credit, but the highest certification I am striving for in this life is the ability to love unconditionally. For the record, I am not fully certified yet. Yes, loving unconditionally is profoundly challenging because it means accepting and caring for your people without placing conditions or expectations. I had a difficult childhood. To survive, to lead a better life, to break negative cycles and blah, 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 I developed certain habits. I became a perfectionist. I became self-critical and I held high expectations of myself. These tendencies helped me survive in my early life, but worked against me later. Perfectionism and self-critical tendencies make it difficult to love unconditionally. We set extremely high standards for ourselves and expect the same for others. When our expectations are not met, we are disappointed. We struggle to accept imperfections in others. We also tend to engage in constant self-criticism and self-evaluation. This focus on self makes it very challenging for us to shift our attention onto others. It is difficult to also understand and empathize with others. In a nutshell, perfectionism breeds self-criticism, which in turn breeds a lack of empathy. These three factors are the biggest barrier to loving unconditionally. To really move forward, I had to let go of these destructive habits and my old ways of living. You cannot hold on to old habits, old thinking patterns, and expect to achieve new results. What may have served you well before can be a big hindrance to your growth later. Guys, you have to constantly reevaluate and rethink your situation. Reflect, 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 just like my husband and I do. I had to die to my old self to be born again. So let me ask you, are you holding on to the old version of yourself? What habits and thinking patterns from the past are not letting you to love your people unconditionally? I invite you to let go of the old you and renew and rediscover yourself. So let go of expectations you hold for your people. Allow them to be themselves. Don't try to change your people. Accept and embrace the person as they are, flaws and all. Husbands, don't try to change your wife. Wives, don't try to change your husband. Acceptance is a key component of unconditional love. Don't you want to be accepted and loved just the way you are? I know you do. Then why set different standards for others? Also, guys, build your empathy muscles. Try to understand the other person's perspective and feelings. My daughter Apurva tells me sometimes, "Mom, you don't know what life is like for me." Apurva, my baby, I do not fully understand the pressures and stresses you are under. But I know that you're doing your best, and I want you to know that I love you unconditionally. There, I said it in public. Guys, when you accept others, you are building empathy muscles. Empathy helps you connect with others. Empathy fosters unconditional love. In fact, empathy is a key leadership quality. The ability to love is not a qualification noted in job description for leadership positions, but I believe it is an essential quality in a leader. Love within the context of leadership means empathy, support, and a commitment to the well-being of those being led by you. The leaders who love their people inspire. They are influential. Think of Martin Luther King, Gandhi. Guys, we don't need to be haters. Just try to love one another. Whether black or white, Hindu, Muslim or Christian, brother-in-law or mother-in-law, crazy spouse or nasty boss, let's try to love one another. Guys, here is what I have learned. When you set your people free, you become detached. In a peculiar way, this detachment, this act of letting go of expectations and conditions actually draws people closer to you. So to love fully, why not adopt a detached attitude? I explained about attitude of detachment in my earlier video. I think you would love it. Link is in the description. Friends, let's try to love others unconditionally. Guys, we are not promised tomorrow. So love your people as if you are going to lose them. This journey is not easy, but you are not here for easy. You are a mighty warrior. You are here to learn to love others. This is a mighty task. After all, our purpose on this earth is to love one another. Let's do what we are called to do as human beings. Take charge.